Hello Libra and welcome to Faylight Tarot. This is your reading for today. Now, as per usual, I have cleansed and pre-shuffled my cards beforehand because I like to focus on that and not waste any of your time doing that. So, as any tarot reader will tell you, there are a lot of you out there, so just take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. And if nothing resonates for you, then that's okay. It's just not the reading for you. You can try again next time. But should you like what you see and hear today, then please by all means do hit the like and share buttons and consider subscribing to the channel. So with this spread, we are looking at the past, the present and the future and the nuances that are involved within each. So for the past, we have the feelings and effects of the past. We have the lessons you have learned. For the present, we have your external factors. We have what to focus on. And for the future, we have your strengths and we have your hopes and fears. Okay, so just looking at the layout of what we've got already, Libra, there's some pretty amazing things that are happening for you in the past. A little bit rocky perhaps in the present, but in the future, there's some pretty strong things coming your way. So within the past, we have the World card. The way you were affected is the Queen of Cups, and the lessons that you learned was the King of Swords. So it feels to me like there was a completion of some cycles here for you that brought about some new feelings that you were keen to explore and have compassion for. And the lesson that you learned was mainly about communication and truth and rising above those things that challenged you. And what it did in turn was it brought you a new sense of unity for you. So tell me about the World card for Libra, please. What messages are there for me? Thank you. Anything else for Libra? The World card. Thank you. Oh. This and this. I dropped that one. That doesn't count. Okay. Well, we have the 10 of Cups, the 6 of Cups on its side, the 3 of Cups on its side, the 8 of Cups, and the 7 of Cups. Now, it feels to me, Libra, that you were on a path to try and achieve what looks like happiness and harmony for you. If I can get that in focus properly. Perhaps because you felt that these things were missing and you thought, this is what I want to achieve. So how do I do that? And it seems that there was a lot of thought within you and a lot of communication about the way that you saw certain things. So because these cards are both on their sides here and we're dealing with the past, they may not be specific events as such, but maybe impressions that had been left on you. So obligations of people within your past. It could be family and children, even the way in how you perceived your childhood. And with the 3 of Cups here, there's something there about the way perhaps that you socialize, choosing who is closest to you, the ones that you want to celebrate things with. And it seems to be that one of the things that really struck you was that there were certain things that required you to walk away from because all they did was serve distraction. They didn't bring about this 10 of Cups energy like you wanted them to do. But because of that, these distractions could be people, they could be thoughts, mindsets, traumas, anything really that derails you from a particular path. But because you chose to leave behind the things that distracted you, it also enabled you to move forward on your specific path to reach the opportunities that would bring you about this energy that you've been seeking. So how did you do that? You did that through, as I said before, really looking at what lies within your heart. Really engaging your empathy both for yourself and the understanding of the other people and situations around you. Tell me about the Queen of Cups, please, for Libra. What can you tell me about the Queen of Cups? Thank you. And then we have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Hierophant, and we've also got the Five of Cups here. So it seems to be that you had a particular recognition. I think maybe this was all triggered for you by this feeling that you perhaps had of inequality. Maybe you felt that you were giving more of your time and effort to other people, that they weren't reciprocating back. There was a lack of balance there. And that really hit home for you. Maybe you were more present than others, or people just weren't matching your energy in the way that you wanted them to do. And the way that I see that is the whole, we all have a requirement of what we need to feel loved, supported, and so on. So if they weren't quite meeting your threshold, despite you showing them how you want to be treated, it didn't quite work out for you. And I feel that in order for you to understand that, there was a real specific lesson that came to mind for you. Perhaps there was some element of counselling or speaking to a confidant about the way that you were feeling. And what that did was that really kind of illuminated some things for you. The Hierophant also talks about faith. So this could be faith in yourself, faith in a deity, faith that, well, if these people truly love me, then they will understand where I'm coming from. And as such, I think that there was a form of acceptance for you that some things were going to be lost. Maybe some people, maybe some other things were going to fall by the wayside because they didn't serve you to receiving that Ten of Cups, wherever it is. I'm not going to faff about looking for it too much. And that's good because all of this was happening, that lack of reciprocation. Perhaps that made you not forget, but not take into account what you do have. And that in part comes back to the higher learning that the Hierophant has. You're learning about the things that you have. And maybe you're thinking, actually, half of these things that I think are important for my happiness, are they though? So you talked about it, you learned about it, and you started to understand the truth of certain things. And you were not afraid in standing up for yourself and cutting away what needs to be cut away. I get the sensation of serenity as well. So I don't feel that there was any particular blowouts for it. I think it was just you woke up one day and you thought, okay, today's the day. Today's the day where I'm going to clean house. Tell me about the King of Swords, please, for Libra. King of Swords for Libra. Messages do you have? Thank you. What messages are there for Libra? Thank you very much. Now, we have the, it was kind of on his side, we have the Ace of Wands on its side, the Nine of Pentacles on its side, and we've also got the Knight of Wands here. So I feel that, yeah, there was some element of you maybe losing some momentum because you had to really learn these lessons about communication and getting to the truth. And perhaps it disheartened you a little bit. Maybe it dampened your fire a little touch. Something that you thought were going to happen maybe didn't happen. It could be some sort of maybe a holiday or an excursion of some sort, or project, even a job perhaps. And it really pushed you out of your comfort zone, I feel. But it was temporary. So you got into a kind of a funk there. But then something happened that came your way. And it made you think, hang on, I've got the reins. I'm going to charge on ahead. And something new came in for you. Something that really made you want to go, I want to go out and do the things that I want to do. I want to go and experience so many different things. Now, I wonder if something was delivered to you, maybe something that really sparked your interest. It could be words, an actual item, an event or something like that that came your way, and it really sparks your enthusiasm. And I feel that that was the lesson that you learned, was the whole, in spite of the funk, because you know, having to be outside of your comfort zone, you still had to move forward, because your Ten of Cups was not going to come into being on its own. Now, in the present, we have the Nine of Wands. Your external factors is the Seven of Swords, and what to focus on is the Hermit. So perhaps this zone of discomfort is still kind of present here with the Nine of Wands. You know, your boundaries are precious to you. These newfound boundaries, of course, are still precious. And perhaps there's some element of you, because they're brand new, you're trying to get to grips with them, you're trying to come to terms and understand how to express them and what they mean. And it could be that others around you as well are possibly struggling with it a little bit. Maybe some people feel that they've been deceived by you in some way. But the truth is that it's not. You haven't deceived anybody. You haven't. What you're doing is you're trying to stop conflict. And it could be that the other people around you as well are also thinking about not stopping conflict. It's interesting because fear and anxiety and negative emotions such as that, they tend to be as a result of something. So by you exercising your boundary, for example, it could be entirely possible that somebody around you has gone, oh my gosh, Libra's really angry with me, they're really cross with me because I've done XYZ. And that may not necessarily be the case. So what to focus on for you is the wisdom of the Hermit, helping them understand, I'm not angry, I'm just taking charge of myself now. Same with your own boundaries. Tell me about the Nine of Wands, please, for Libra. Thank you. Nine of Wands for Libra. A lot of Pentacles here. So yes, for me, Pentacles can also, well, it can talk about material things, but it can also talk about the self. And I feel that this is very much all about you. the Four of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. Now, this is interesting because this is a story in itself. So we have the control aspect of the Four of Pentacles here because it's stable, the stability there. That's something that the man in the Four of Pentacles is holding on to because he doesn't want to release that. He doesn't want to let go. On the other side of it, you have the Queen of Pentacles, the provider. She has resources at her fingertips. She's incredibly grounded. And then you've got the Two of Pentacles, the balance between the two. Perhaps that is the answer for you with this Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands here, is you using your wisdom and your introspection to gain balance between these things. And that's where the struggle lies for you, perhaps even for the external forces. Tell me about the Seven of Swords, please. What do you have for the Seven of Swords? Any messages? Messages. Anything at all? Anything? Thank you. It was a bit of a struggle, wasn't it? We have Temperance and we have the Ace of Pentacles here. Yes, I think that externally people are maybe unsure of how to approach you or how to talk to you. Maybe they're waiting for the right time to speak to you. They're trying to exercise patience, perhaps, because they know how important this is to you. And the people that are closest to you as well. Who was it I was just saying to? I said it to somebody else before. Not just, I'm aware that I just said it to you not that long ago, but I said it to another sign I was doing a reading for. The people that are closest to you want to see you flourish. They want to see you grow. And they want to help you with that. They absolutely want to help you with these new values that you have. I wonder also if there's a potential of new incoming for you. You know, maybe a new job, an inheritance of some sort, some type of a win. The lottery, perhaps. What to focus on is the Hermit. Let's have a look at the Hermit, if you'll let me, cards. Messages for the Hermit, please. Thank you. Messages for the Hermit, please. Messages for the Hermit, please. Thank you. It's interesting that the cards are quite tight-lipped in terms of your presence, so that suggests that there's quite a few things that are maybe undecided or not thought through entirely. Maybe they're still in the process of something. Before the Hermit, you have the Nine of Wands and you've also got the King of Cups here. And I feel that that balances out with what we were saying there. Introspection and seeking wisdom, exploring your wisdom, but also seeking wisdom from somebody outside to help you figure out these boundaries of yours. You know, how do they keep you safe? How do you exercise them? What ones are important? What ones need to be adjusted? What ones don't actually serve you? And the answer to that is by following the light from the Hermit. If you have a closer look at his lantern, the star is in there, which is the wish. What do you wish? What's the result that you're seeking? And I feel that you're already doing well in terms of your empathy and your understanding. The King of Cups is supporting that, but also perhaps consider some diplomacy. The way that you express your emotion, even understanding that somebody's having difficulty right now in understanding what to do for you. It's all about communication, which you're doing. Just maybe need to communicate a bit more, be more transparent perhaps. Be vulnerable. In the future, we have the Ace of Wands, your strengths being the Four of Pentacles, and your hopes and fears the Nine of Pentacles. So it could be that, yes, there's some sort of a project that's in play, or a job offer, or something of that degree that requires you taking physical action. Your strengths being you understanding what is important and holding on to those things. And your hopes and fears of that becoming successful enough that you can enjoy the comforts of your life. Tell me about the Ace of Wands, please, for Libra. Thank you. Ace of Wands for Libra. Thank you. Thank you very much. We have Justice, we have Strength, and we have the Ten of Swords here. Very interesting. So what we have here is, it could be something involving legal matters or a contract or something along those lines. Maybe the job itself is something in legal matters. Now, it's interesting because there's something that's asking you to be objective and to take accountability for, because that is something that you are incredibly able to do right now. You have so much self-regard for yourself that it's not a problem. The question is, can you keep this self-regard and this accountability in order to accept the ending of something that needs this to happen? So something has to come to completion for you. So what has to come to completion? Because as painful as it may be, Libra, there's also a new horizon. The dawn is approaching. In order to gain something, you have to lose something. It's one of the laws of the world. Tell me about the strengths. Thank you. Strengths for Libra. Four of Pentacles, Libra strengths. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, we have the Lovers, we have the Eight of Swords, and we've also got the Page of Swords here. Is this something to do with a relationship, perhaps, or a business partnership, or just somebody who's incredibly close to you? Because I feel that this Ten of Swords is involving this needing to cut somebody or something off. And it's difficult for you to do because you don't want to say to walk down that path with them, but the Page of Swords is calling you into action. There's a need for you to defend yourself. Perhaps there's been some sort of a truth that's come to light, and that's why it hurts. But your strengths in being stable in itself and holding on to the things that are important to you, that's what to focus on. So the question there is, can you apply these strengths to what's happening here? Which one weighs out? Which one is ultimately going to help you get to this energy? Because that's the energy that you're wanting. That's the energy that's in the Lantern of the Hermit for you. And the hopes and fears being the Nine of Pentacles. Tell me about the Nine of Pentacles, please, for Libra. Nine of Pentacles for Libra. What do we have there? Thank you. Okay. Now we have the Ace of Cups, we have the Five of Pentacles, and we have the Queen of Cups here. So a lot of emotion involving in this. What you're hoping out of this is to essentially be free. Being free to make your own choices, to do the things that you want to do, to enjoy your life and the little luxuries that you've gathered for yourself. Without worry, without having to think about anything else. And the thought of that fills you with so much joy. What am I doing? That fills you with so much joy that you can barely stand it. But the only thing that is stopping you from achieving that, Libra, is this sense of displacement. This sense of, it's not loss, because the Five of Pentacles doesn't talk about loss, but it's that temporary hardship, not knowing where you're going. You know, do I have a roof over my head? Am I going to be a pariah because of this thing that I'm needing to do? But again, the Queen of Cups, she's back to remind you about that whole, what does your heart tell you? And she's reinforcing that with her chalice. She has angels on her chalice, the water at her feet. She is in touch with her intuition. What does your intuition tell you? Whatever comes your way, face it with compassion, understanding. Because if you're wanting happiness and love for your future, happiness and love is what you have to put out. It attracts energy. Now let's have a look at these cards here. So any card below a deck is the unconscious, subconscious, and the hidden. Now I feel that these are the things that we need, or you need, Libra, in order to make these things happen for you. You may be aware of it, you may not be. You have the King of Pentacles, you have the Six of Swords, and you have the Nine of Swords here. You're more capable than you know with the King of Pentacles here. A loss is coming. But you have the strength of character to be able to sit on your throne and say, no, this is the correct way for me to proceed. This is how I protect myself, my resources, my boundaries. And I am strong. I created this empire of mine by myself. Those things from the past that weighed your boat down. I know that there's so much anxiety with this and loss of sleep about, well, how do I even travel through this? Because it's just the thought of being hurt or hurting someone else fills you with that much dread. But with the Six of Swords, there's this promise of going to another shore, starting again. The Magician is also here. You manifested this, you wanted this to happen, whether you're aware of it or not, but you knew what you needed in order for you to proceed. And there's the doubling down on your determination, your strength. You will be victorious in this. Right, let's have a look at your oracle cards. Now, this is the one deck, but I've split it into two because it's monstrous. And half of it deals with work, the other half deals with life, so it just made sense to do this again. All pre-shuffled and cleansed and so on. So for you, for your work, you have roll the dice. Time to put yourself out there. You are hiding your talents, and it's time to take a risk and step into the spotlight now. For life, give and take. Be open to giving and receiving to keep the flow of abundance going. Give someone a chance and ask for what your heart desires, which is almost all of this that we've been talking about today. And finally, for a Gateway Oracle card, we have Receiving from Angels. Shimmering wings of angels embrace me with love. Let's get a bit more information on that. I'm not very good at finding the spot to put this. Blessings from above are showering over your life. Angels are real, and their presence is near. They are only a thought away. Messengers from the Creator, they come to you with immense blessings and love. All is well. Spread your wings and soar. Angels can come in many forms as well. Remember, they're not just halos and harps. And that also verifies what we were talking about with the Queen of Cups here, about listening to your intuition. Look for the signs that are around you. Well, Libra, that's us for today. So if this was your reading, then I hoped that it worked well for you, and I gave you a lot to think about and questions to ask yourself. As I said before, if you liked what you saw and heard today, then please do hit the like and share buttons and consider subscribing to the channel to help me grow. That would be much appreciated. But in the meantime, do take care of yourselves. All right? Bye.